All right, let's get the boring syllabus video out of the way. So you are in Political Science 115 for the summer 2022 semester. This is a 3-credit hour class. Now, there's been some confusion the last year what a 3-credit hour class means. That means that you will have approximately 3 hours of work per week. All right? There will be, sometimes I go a little higher, sometimes I go a little lower. It's just, especially with these asynchronous classes, what my best guess is as to, how long it'll take you to get through the lecture videos and how long it'll take you to do the work, if any, that I assigned. So nothing is meant, maliciously. I try to be respectful of your time. My hope is that you'll try to be respectful of mine as well. If you go over the 3 hours, I'm sorry. But that is what a 3-credit hour class means. My name, I am Jonathan Parker. You should not feel free to refer to me in emails as Jonathan. All right, this has been, I think I blame the pandemic on this, just informality. Mr. Parker. I don't go by professor. I think that title is reserved for people with doctorates. I do not have one, so just Mr. is fine. Mr. Parker in your emails. All right, my contact information, jonathan.parker@icc.edu. Now, some students over the last 3 or 4 semesters, this has happened, some combination. When I was born, which, by the way, was 1990, some students in some classes have thought it was 1890. Jonathan was the typical spelling of Jonathan. But the reason I bring this up is because some students do that. Some students do that. They hit send and they get mad at me because I never responded to their email. Well, I never got your email. So you've got to make sure you spell my name right. My name is spelled correctly under contact information. My name is spelled correctly right up here. My name is spelled correctly in the class homepage. There should be no reason why your email isn't getting to me, why you should be spelling my name wrong. So office hours over the summer, I always hold office hours by request. During the school year, I'm usually sitting in my office just gathering dust. So I don't particularly see a great and pressing need to, just sit on my computer with Zoom open and gather dust there. So if you need me, I want to help you. That's what I'm paid for. That's what's expected. That's what I like to do. I like being a teacher. I like hanging out with you guys. I like doing all this stuff. So just send me an email. It says, Mr. Parker, I need some help or some clarification on this assignment. Can we meet? Sure. I'll send you a Zoom link. We'll figure out a time. That it's no problem at all. In fact, you would, I've been here 5 years now, and I haven't even reached double digits in students who have come to see me during office hours. So, hopefully, maybe these 2 classes are what turns it into double digits, but I would love some company for office hours. So utilize me. And this is important. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out. Remember, teachers cannot read minds. I won't know that you're having difficulty unless you tell me. Now, students always, for some reason, think I'm a mind reader, that I just know that problems are happening or that there's confusion. I don't. You have to tell me. It's different every semester. Sometimes I'm very well understood. Sometimes I'm not, on very different things. It just is depending on what the type of class you are and what I am covering. But before we get any further, I want to introduce your teaching assistant for the semester. Yeah, hi. Oh, there you go. This is my teaching assistant. Her name is Victoria, and she celebrated her 1-year birthday in May. And she knows everything there is to know about political science. So she will be happy to answer your questions too. And I'm going to put her to bed, and I'll get back to this video in just a moment. So, can you wave, Victoria? No? All right. I guess not. Maybe she'll wave later. Dada. Dada. Yeah. All right. Be right back. All right. The daughter's in bed. Let's continue. Other than Zoom office hours, I'm available by email. Otherwise, I will try my best to get back to you within 1 business day of any inquiry you make. So just for example, because this has caused confusion in the past about what a business day is, an email sent on Monday will be answered on Tuesday. An email sent on Thursday will be answered on Friday. The weekend, Saturday, Sunday are not business days. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll be answering emails on Saturday and Sunday. If you get a response, then you got lucky. An email sent on Friday will be answered on Monday. So weekends, not business days. Modality, description, I'll let you read these things on your own. This is not something I feel like I need to go through with you. This is the book, American Government, Roots and Reform, the 14th edition by Pearson. We changed it. Thankfully, I could never, ever get all my students logged into the online textbook. So, I mean, there was a lot of drama every semester about this. And finally, we're just going back to the plain textbook. So it's not offered online as part of an inclusive access course. That's what they call it. So please plan on renting it somewhere. I might rent it if I were you through, I can't say the name. I'll spell it Amazon. It's probably a little cheaper, and we're not going to be using the book right away. So you have a little time. So that's just what I would do maybe if I were you. The bookstore is good too. The bookstore is more expensive. And I know that as college students, you're strapped for cash. I'm a college teacher. I'm strapped for cash too. If everybody's strapped for cash at this time with inflation and gas prices, wow. So virtual handouts. I will reserve the right to add or subtract from this list as the semester progresses. I always put this on here. This would be a great one to get through with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. We haven't yet. I keep it on there, and I always hope this will be the semester. These two I can guarantee will read. These two will probably be, well, not probably, these two will be an assignment at some point during the semester. Federalist papers, you are going to look at Anti-Federalist. We're taking a break from that this semester, so, I mean, I have that on there. I might put it back on. I don't know, but I doubt it. This, there's a question mark there. I'd like to read it. Do we get to it? It's entirely up to you guys. Course policies. So, assignment submission. Unless we use Flipgrid for an assignment, everything you turn in must be a Microsoft Word document that you attach an email and send to me. So, like this, if you're working on a document like this, save it, attach it to an email. I don't like the Google stuff. All right, I know Google gives you an option to download into a PDF or doc, do that, send it to me. Why am I saying this? Without fail, every semester I have to go round for round with students about, getting permission as an editor for such and such a thing, or being able to view, put codes in on my phone, sort of all this stuff. So just save the document like you're seeing on my screen here and send it to me. That's it. That we can keep it real simple. All right. We'll talk about Flipgrid and what exactly that entails in another video, but we're just sticking with the syllabus right now. I'm big into academic citation, etiquette, no plagiarism. Please don't steal people's work. It's real easy to do, even, in a video. I'm looking at the book right now. Page 3 says that the first colonists journeyed to North America for a variety of reasons. Well, some of those reasons, Mr. Parker, were X, Y, and Z. It's really easy to work a citation into one of these videos that you'll be doing. Very, very simple. If you read through this on your own, if you have to do a written assignment or you send me some written work for whatever reason, make sure there's a bibliography included. All right. We use MLA 8 for bibliographies and inline citations, that format. All right. And I've taken the thinking out of it. So you go to easybib.com and it just creates the citation for you. Create citation, whatever website, okay. Search easybib.com, cite. That's it. Easy to do. All right. So inline citations are expected in any writing assignment, and you're not going to be, the summer classes I never have turned in a whole lot of writing assignments to me, if any, but I keep it in here just in case, you have to have those. The general guideline just is if you have any doubts about whether something needs to be cited, just create a citation for it. The worst thing that's going to happen is I will say to you, Jonathan, you didn't need to cite that, but no points will ever be taken off, nothing like that. So don't worry about it. Just create a citation for it. Don't take chances with your grade. Do not do it. All right, Wikipedia, not an academic resource. Not an academic resource at all. I'll jump to this. I just was looking at Jefferson County for a state and local government class. Some of this at the bottom might be okay. Like the decennial census, okay. Some of the stuff at the bottom of the pages might be, all right, yeah, it brings you to the census.gov site, a reputable source. That's fine. But Wikipedia should not be appearing in anything you do. Ever, ever, ever. Don't cite it. Don't even talk about it. All right, it will negatively impact your grade. The question always comes up, Mr. Parker, how will it negatively impact my grade? My answer is always, do you really want to find out? Just don't do it. All right, academic misconduct, plagiarism. Page 24 of the Student Rights and Responsibilities Handbook. Based on the severity of the offense, the instructor may recommend failure for an assignment or failure for the course. Multiple instances of academic misconduct could include sanctions up to dismissal from the college. I have followed this. I've never had to go to a hearing or anything for that, but it's been an issue every semester I've taught here, and I've been here 5 years now. Okay, so the first time I catch you plagiarizing, I will give you a 0 for whatever assignment you've plagiarized without the opportunity to redo it. So if two of you, like say, do identical mini speeches on Flipgrid, which we'll get to in a little bit, I'm just going to fail you, and neither of you cop to which one copied. I just fail you both. 0. No opportunity to redo. Nothing. You just both would get zeros. The second time I catch you plagiarizing, say the same two, have identical Federalist assignments. Word for word, I mean, I'll fail you for the course. No exceptions to this will be made at all. Period. End of discussion. I've never gotten to this point, but that I've done many, many times. So please do not test me on this. You're not going to like the end result. All right? So as a rule, I do not accept late work. However, circumstances do sometimes occur that might prevent you from turning something in on time. I get it, you have to go to the doctor. You have to watch your little brother. You got to do this, that, the other thing. I get it. Life happens. Believe it or not, I have a life too. If a circumstance arises, just make sure you talk to me. If it's something believable, you probably won't need proof, but just make sure you have proof of whatever it was to the best of your ability. I've taken text messages as proof in the past. It's not hard to get me to accept something as proof. All right. Standard 10-point grading scale. I'll let you read this. Here's what you really care about, your grade. So 80% of your grade. There will be 2 tests that are 150 points apiece. A pre-test you'll take this week, and you'll hear about that in your instruction video. Post-test, you'll get post-test is the same thing as the pre-test, but it's just the full 75 points, and you get whatever grade you get. Mini speech Flipgrid assignment, 50 points in total. Book assignment, 60. Federalist papers, 60 points. Classwork homework, you'll at least have 80 points, but most likely more. Then your final, that's 20% of your overall grade. All right. The only thing you really need to know out of this, the most likely thing I'm going to do is give you essay questions on a test. There's not going to be an essay test. All right. Most, I would say 95% of what you're going to do, with the exception of the tests, is going to be on Flipgrid. So get familiar with that. These are news resources that, I think, this is an area for disagreement, certainly, I think are fairly well balanced. NPR is fairly centered. Illinois Policy is a little right. Politico is a little left. The Economist, I think, is pretty centered. BBC, just my opinion again, but sometimes I think foreign news sources do a better job of covering America and American politics than our domestic sources do. All right, when we come to miscellaneous, this course is somewhat cumulative in nature. I do not advise taking a test and then forgetting about the material. So what I mean by that, topics build on one another. You're going to be hearing everything, we do. You'll be hearing about all the topics throughout the semester. So keep your notes, keep them in study. So what I mean, really, not all topics are created quite equally. So this federalism, for instance, is the building block of the country, really. So you'll hear about federalism. You'll learn about federalism. Test 1 will come. You'll be tested on federalism. It might, hint, be a little bit more heavily leaned into than the other 4 points. But then, we get on to point 6, 7, 8, 9. Test 2 comes along. Will you see questions about federalism again? I know the guy that writes the tests. Yeah, you will. All right. The final will come along. Will you probably see questions about federalism again? Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean by not all topics are created equally. It's not my responsibility to chase you down and make sure you're keeping up with your work. Last time I checked, around 40 of you just at this institution. I'm working this summer at Heartland as well. So, I can't be running around and making sure you're keeping up with your stuff. You've got to communicate with me. If you miss an assignment, you miss an assignment. You're going to get a 0 on Canvas. If you don't communicate with me, I can't be. You're in college. You got to be responsible. You've got to ask. If you need help, like I said earlier, if you miss a class, logging into a class, if you miss a deadline, you've got to talk to me about it. If you choose not to, you're going to start seeing a lot of 0s on Canvas. So attendance is very, very important. You're expected to attend class each week. You're expected to log on. You're expected to complete your homework, your assignments, everything that's there. Attendance is kept. And I use this word loosely because I cannot mandate attendance. If you have me or have had me in an in-person class, and I believe there's one of you, I have a binder up in front of the room that you sign in on, and that's kept, and there are points attached to that. I can't do that in an online anytime modality. So I can, however, this system, Canvas, is great in that it tells me exactly when you logged in, how many times you've logged in, what time you spent looking at the stuff. So I can see, and when the non-attender and the never-attender deadlines come in, I certainly will look on Canvas, and I will make determinations that way. All right, you can't skip or stop logging into Canvas and not turn in homework and expect to stay in and succeed in this course. I'm going to drop you. If the deadline comes up for non-attenders and you never logged in, you're going to get dropped. If the deadline for, never attenders, if the deadline for non-attender comes and say you logged in on May 31st, but you didn't log in until July 1st, I don't know what the deadlines are right off the top of my head, you're going to get dropped. All right. That's why communication is so important. Just log into class, shoot me an email if you're having problems. Again, I can't read your mind. Keep an open line of communication is the bottom line, and you'll be fine. You will learn something from this class. You may even enjoy yourself. And that's really what it is. You might even enjoy yourself. I'm sounding a bit scarier than what this class actually is going to be. So if you talk to me, if you make an effort, it's fine. You're going to be fine. That's it. So the course schedule will cover these things. Test 1, over points 1 through 5, will open on Friday, June 17th at 12:01 and close on Sunday, June 19th. Then test 2, open Friday, July 8th, close on Sunday, July 10th. Now, this is always a point of contention, even during the regular school year. Family vacations are not a valid excuse to miss tests, to miss school, to miss anything as far as I am concerned. I know certainly there are colleagues who disagree with that philosophy. I hold fast to that. You all have chosen to sign up for summer school. You know there will be tests. You know there will be assignments due. You just can't skip out. If your family wants to go to Vegas for a week, great. Bring your computer with you so you can keep doing the work. Students ask me quite often, can I make this up? It's just going to be a hard no. You knew what you were signing up for when you signed up for this, for summer school. If you go on a vacation and you choose not to bring the material along with you so you can succeed and continue to keep up with this, I can only speak this course in particular. I mean, you've made your choice, and you're not going to get an opportunity to make up anything you missed because, say, you went to Vegas and you just didn't bring your laptop with you. That's the end of it. All right? It's only 8 weeks. You guys knew what you were signing up for. You know what school is like. Make good choices. I will say that I have never, maybe one semester, but I don't think ever finished this syllabus. We normally run out of time somewhere around here. I don't see why this semester would be any different. That's just that. Then the final exam will open on July 28th at 12:01, close on July 31st at 11:59 p.m. Again, if you choose to go somewhere and you don't bring your laptop with, you're just not going to take the final. I hate to be hard about that. It's just, it makes me absolutely nutty when students try to pull this. So I'm just cracking down on it this semester. All right. Monday, June 20th is Juneteenth, so the college is closed. July 4th is Independence Day, college is closed. The 27th is our last day of class. So, these 2 days, I'm not mandating you log in at all. There's still, everything in this course is due on a Sunday. You'll have plenty of time, to catch up. There'll still be approximately, 150 minutes of material for that week, but I don't see how, if you log in and you work at even a slow clip, you couldn't knock this out. All right. Guest lectures. I always try to bring 1 or 2 guest speakers. There's an old interview I did a while ago that I use with Washington's Farewell. I think that might be the only thing you get this semester. I'm sorry about that, but it's just busy. It's a busy time. You guys have a life. I have a life too. We've got to be respectful of each other's time. So, just the standard disclaimer, I reserve the right to add or subtract from any part of this syllabus as the semester progresses. I will make every attempt to notify students of changes during regular class meetings through, I knew I didn't get them all, through Canvas and or through email. One thing you'll learn, if I only make one mistake during a class, it's been a very good class. All right. I don't expect perfection from my students. I hope you guys don't expect perfection from me, because if you do, you're going to be waiting a long time to get it. So there are some planned assignments that I have out. The mini speech, I'll let you read through that. I don't feel the need to, drag out this video any longer than it needs to. But read through the mini speech. I give you, you ask all the time. I can only go by the past. Students in the past have asked all the time how I grade it. It's in the syllabus. It's right there. This is literally the rubric. I just have it numbered 1 through 5 instead of, squares. And if you have any questions, please reach out. The Federalist Papers, I have parsed down this assignment by 200%. The link to the Federalist Papers is right there. It's Congress's website. I'm only having you read what would typically be just one assignment that I would do, and I'm even splitting it in half. We're just calling it Assignment 1 and Assignment 2. So Part 1, Federalist 10, 47, 48. Part 2, 49, 50, 51. And again, there is the link that will take you to all those papers. All right. So students in the past have been a little more unlucky than you guys. But this will total 60 points. So you'll turn in on Flipgrid a video covering these 3 papers, and then you'll turn in a little later a video covering these 3. I'll just call this Federalist paper summary number 1 and put your points out of 30 in Canvas. Same thing with number 2. All right, book assignments. There are 2 of them. You're going to look in here. All right. And I even have everything laid out for you. Nice and neat. Assignment calendar and due dates. Everything is here. All right. So that is the end of the syllabus lecture. If you made it this far, thank you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please. I consider myself to be a very friendly individual, so reach out if you have a question, and we can get that taken care of. So, again, Jonathan Parker is my name. Political science is the game, and I really do look forward to the next 8 weeks. And again, not a mind reader, so if you need help, reach out and tell me. All right. Thank you all. Bye.